Hey everyone, how's it going? Cynthia Ray here. We are here for our day 4 of our intro to sugar detoxing, our 5-day challenge. So I'm Cynthia Ray. I'm your coach this week, and I'm excited to be on day 4 already. Can you believe it? I love having all of you here, and I'm just so grateful for each one of you who have decided to join me on this journey this week. And I'm actually wondering this morning, we're doing all of these amazing things together and engaging in these new behaviors, bringing sugar out, bringing protein up and dietary fat up. Are you ladies seeing any change in your body weight or shape? So that's something we haven't really talked about. So let me know in the comments if you're watching this now and recorded. Let me know if you've seen any change in your body shape, your body weight, or even just how you feel overall. And I'm wondering this because I was just noticing in myself a lot of energy yesterday and some changes in body weight and shape. So I'm sure I'm not alone on this, but let me know if you've seen anything like that this week. So, okay. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Today is day 4, making it work. So today we're going to be talking about time-tested strategies for completing a sugar detox. Okay, so welcome to day 4. Please share if you're watching this live or recorded, where you're tuning in from, and this is kind of fun. So if you could choose between having a personal chef, a hair and makeup stylist that would come to your home on a regular basis or as needed, or if you would have a live-in or daily housekeeper. So a personal chef, somebody to do your hair and makeup, or somebody to keep your house tidy and clean on a regular basis. So let me know which of those 3 you would choose. For me, maybe a daily housekeeper. The other 2 sound really appealing, but right now that's kind of what I'm feeling. That would keep, my brain doesn't really handle clutter very well. So if I had somebody always picking up for me, I think I'd feel pretty calm and be able to focus on what I need to do. So anyway, let me know which one of those would you prefer, housekeeper, chef, or hair and makeup stylist to come to your home? Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and give away today's raffle prize from yesterday's homework assignment. And congratulations, Dolores Wilson. I know you're out in Australia, but when you watch this recording, congratulations. You get to choose from either one of my 4 books. You can choose a coupon for my Etsy store with all kinds of meal plans and really nice holiday items, greeting cards, fall sweatshirts, t-shirts, handbags, tote bags, really cute things in there. And then also you can choose for 25% off any of my online courses and programs. So let me know what you would like, and I will message you and we'll get that set up for you and sent out to you. All right. Congratulations, Dolores. Awesome job of doing your homework yesterday and posting it and sharing it, tagging me in the post. Okay, again, like you all know, or if you're watching this for the first time, this class is recorded. And if you need to leave early, that's okay. Sometimes things come up. But just post your questions here. I'll get back to them after the video recording throughout the day and answer your questions as I can. So again, this group is intended to be a launch point, an introduction to starting up your sugar detox journey. We're going to be starting up the official full 21-day sugar detox. I don't have my book with me, but my 21-day sugar detox book. We're going to be going through that day-to-day together, starting on Monday, October 14th, all the way through November 3rd. So we're going to go through Halloween, which is going to be really cool. And the nice thing is by the time you get to that point, you're not even going to really care about sugar, or might be, I'd say, repelled by it. I guess that's the word. So it's going to be an amazing journey. I'm also thinking about doing it the week after and then coming up into Thanksgiving. So just think about that. It's only $27 per person for 30 days. We're going to meet for the entire, actually, I said my dates are wrong, but we are going to meet for 30 days, 21 days of the solid sugar detox journey together, going through the book. And then another week in addition to that, in order to teach you how to reintroduce sugar in a healthy manner in your life. Okay, and then it's nice too, I'll be in that group. So if you have any questions for me, you have access to me on Messenger, and I'm happy to answer your questions that are specific to you. All right, so if you haven't purchased it yet, make sure to grab my book, the 21-Day Sugar Detox. You can go to its website. It's 21dayswithoutsugar.com. So the number 21 dayswithoutsugar.com, all in a row. And you can grab your copy of my book so that you can be ready, have it delivered to you in time for us to start up together on Monday. If you want to use the weekend to have a sweet treat or alcohol or something, that's okay. Or if you want to just keep going through and have an extended 21 day up to 30-day sugar detox, that's fine. It's really up to you. But either way, we're going to be starting together on Monday. And let's see, in that group, I also plan to go live once a week. So I will meet you all. I don't know exactly what day. I used to do Saturday mornings, depending on what's happening with my family schedule, but we'll come up with a day. We'll all meet together in the group, and I'll share some updates, information, details about the week, accountability, things like that. So you can join me once a week while we're meeting in the 21-day Sugar Detox group. It's a private Facebook group community, so it's just us in there. And make sure to invite a friend or family member to join you, or your spouse, your best friend, your sister, your mom, whoever, if this is something you really feel that you would enjoy doing together, or you feel like something that would benefit them in an amazing way, really bless them in an amazing way. Okay, so today's scripture, and before I do that, I'm going to give you more details about how that's all going to work tomorrow on our last day. So stay tuned for that. Okay, our scripture for today is Psalm 139. For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in the secret place, when I was woven together in the depths of the earth. Your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be. And then verse 23, search me, O God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. See if there's any offensive way in me, and lead me into the way everlasting. So those scriptures really speak to me, and hopefully to you too, about the intricacies of our individual bodies and how God created them, and how he loves them, and how much he cares for us, and how we take care of our bodies, right, for his glory. So even if you're not faith-based, that's completely fine. But just understanding that we have a privilege and an honor to take care of the bodies that we have for our lives. It's the only one we got. And I'm sure you've heard that from other people, but it really is the only one that you have. And might as well take care of it the best that you can as you age. I also have an online course that follows up the 21-day Sugar Detox group called the Ageless Body Blueprint, How to Be Fit, Fabulous, and Fierce After 40. And that's my core group. It's an 8-week-long course, and the focus is body fat loss after 40, hormone balance, decreased bloating, decrease inflammation, all the things related to aging we're reversing, essentially, using nutrition and exercise. So if you are interested in that, let me know. The group is ongoing, so I'm always welcoming new ladies to jump in. We start out with a liver detox, 7 days. It's just a meal plan that I created. My signature 7-day parasite candida cleanse. Then we do a few days of kind of a modified, it's called a fat fast or carnivore diet for a few days. Then we transition into a fasting lifestyle according to your cycle. We cycle sync. So according to your menstrual cycle, whether you have one or not, and also according to exercise according to that as well. So fasting and exercising according to your cycle. Anyway, if you want more info about that, that's an amazing group of women. We meet up once a week, actually meet right after this session. And we just dive into reversing aging and primarily body fat loss and teaching you how to do that. Okay, teaching you how to do that specifically in that season of life after 40, when things kind of get crazy and you're wondering, I'm still eating clean and exercising, but all of a sudden I'm gaining body weight and not feeling great. That you are my person, you are my people, and I can teach you exactly how to break through that and how to eat according to this season of your life. I'm almost 48 and I get it. My body's changing, and so are the ladies' bodies in my group. So, okay, let's go on. Yesterday, we talked about ghrelin. We talked about hunger hormones, ghrelin, CCK, leptin, insulin, and how those can affect and serotonin and dopamine. But specifically ghrelin. Ghrelin's that hunger hormone that keeps you hungry. And if you're eating a high sugar, high carbohydrate diet, you're going to be hungry on a regular basis. But if you're getting quality sleep, eating balanced meals, eating low sugar, moderate protein, and higher in fat, you're going to keep that hunger hormone low. Okay, and you'll have more satiety between meals, that CCK and polypeptide YY, those hormones are going to be activated so that you're feeling satisfied for longer stretches between time, and which actually makes it easier for my groups to fast when you're eating that way because you're not hungry nearly as often. Okay, let's dive into today. So before we even do that, I want to share with you some research that I found recently. I actually reopened this can of worms this morning and wanted to share with you a little bit about how weight gain occurs, especially with our diet. So just kind of a spin-off of what we've been talking about, but just to give you an idea that fat accumulation, we talked about this a little bit before, is because of consistently elevated insulin levels. So there is a researcher, Dr. Jason Fung. Some of you may have heard of him, but he wrote a book called The Obesity Code for Fat Loss. And I was kind of diving into his research and seeing what he found. And I'll share with you some of that. So Fung formulated a new understanding of obesity by arguing that obesity is a hormonal illness of excessive insulin. Insulin is secreted to drive blood sugar into cells with all food, even fats and protein, but it's definitely higher with carbohydrates. He argues that nutrition for weight loss has been overly focused on what is eaten and not sufficiently focused on how often we eat. Humans have spent most of their time on Earth eating just one meal a day. Eating 3 meals a day is cultural and contributes to the epidemic of overweight and obesity, especially with the increased intake of refined carbohydrates. So insulin is more importantly a fat storage hormone that blocks fat burning and causes excess sugar to be turned into fat through a metabolic process called lipogenesis. Repeatedly eating carbohydrates causes chronically high insulin levels and the steady accumulation of fat. Fung stresses the importance of fasting to lower insulin levels enough to begin using your body fat storage as fuel. He argues that nutrition for weight loss needs to focus more on what is eaten and how often we eat. Like I said, humans have spent I got that already. Okay. So in his clinic, he works mainly with obesity patients and type 2 diabetes. He's actually a doctor of nephrology, a kidney doctor, who is helping people manage their diabetic symptoms and is able to get insulin resistance reversed, type 2 diabetes reversed, and obesity reversed, actually the conditions of reversed, in about 3 to 6 months, just by doing the things that I'm teaching you how to do. Keep sugars low, keep insulin low, and fats and proteins high. That's going to change your life, honestly. You're going to feel so much better. So let's see. So when you are fasting, you're going to start to burn body fat as for fuel. And this is normal since we have not eaten, and then only insulin is released when we're eating. So stored sugar is taken from the liver, like I said last time, and sent out to the body to be used for energy. Fat is burned to release energy and sent out to the body if there is not enough stored sugar. So who doesn't want to tap into that God-given metabolic energy system of body fat, right? So this is what is happening every single day. Essentially, when you're eating, you're either storing sugar or fat, or when you're not eating, you're burning sugar and fat. And I don't want you to think that when I'm eating, every time I eat, I'm storing fat. That's not necessarily true. But if you're eating a diet high in carbohydrates on a regular basis, it's going to start to trigger your body to do that. But that's just like the simplified version of how our metabolism works. Of course, there's also hormonal influence as well. But just doing these principles can reverse all of those things pretty quickly. All right, let's talk about those time-tested strategies for completing a sugar detox. All right, this is what I've learned and I've taught my clients over the years, past 30 years, of how to reverse, we're talking about for completing a sugar detox. There we go. All right, strategy 1. So something we did talk about before, but number 1 is identifying emotions and changing your habits. So remembering that food and mood, that there is a correlation between how you feel and the foods that you choose, right? So remember that food can affect your mood, or you can choose food based on your current mood. It can go both ways. Food can be soothing, it can be relaxing, calming, and energizing. But what else can you do for yourself that gives you that same feeling? Maybe taking a hot shower, a cozy bath, maybe cozying up in a warm blanket, soft sheets and pillow, spending time with your pet, spending time with a loved one, having a meaningful connecting conversation with someone that you're close to over a cup of coffee or tea. a kind, loving word to somebody or one given to yourself, and a loving gesture that you can do for someone who really needs it in their life. So honestly, I'm a firm believer that what you put out and what you give out more of is what you're going to receive more of, which is actually biblical as well. So you reap what you sow, right? So if you are intentionally giving to other people, nurturing yourself in your body, it's going to naturally be an extension of who you are, and you either give out more of that or receive more of that in turn. So focusing on building up that oxytocin. Okay, the other thing too is the food textures, how they affect your mood. So number one, sweet and creamy foods. Those are those foods that really elevate oxytocin, that love cozy hormone, that connection hormone, but it also elevates dopamine, and dopamine promotes a positive mood or event during an event. So you're just feeling really good, right? Oxytocin, like I said, it gives you that cozy connection, that loving feeling. However, people naturally low on oxytocin have trouble bonding or making loving connections. They may look for ways to increase brain levels by eating more, especially carbohydrates and sweets, or struggle with the use and abuse of other addictive substances. They aren't getting the social interaction from others that they need in order to naturally increase oxytocin levels. I don't know if that's familiar or you can relate to that. Dopamine. Dopamine is our reward center. It's our it is for survival that we don't like bitter or pungent tasting foods, right? But we are rewarded with sweet foods as kind of like for survival, as a great source of energy to fuel our bodies when we need immediate energy, and just to feel like we need to fight or flight. We need to run or hide, or just to feel like you're not low on energy, kind of like that low blood sugar. So it's an immediate quick source of energy. We can create reward center pathways in our brain by consistently rewarding it with sweet foods that make it hard to stop, which a lot of us may experience. If you're had been struggling with sugar in the past, we can create that reward center pathway in our brain just by eating sweets on a regular basis. Okay. The other type of food is salty and crunchy. If you're not a sweet person, but more savory. When people are stressed, they look for crunchy, crispy, and salty foods. The crunch in your teeth releases serotonin and recreates a calming effect. So these are the same people that crave sweet and salty. You can have both, right? These foods are comforting for the brain and cause that calming effect too. So whether it's salty and crunchy or it's sweet and salty, you can get that same boost in your serotonin. Okay, so for example, when you have eating a potato chip or cracker and it kind of gives you a relaxing feeling, or maybe one that gives you a feeling of increased well-being that's intense enough to reduce stress. So some people, if you ever see, my best example is probably like a basketball coach, professional basketball coaches. Remember over the years watching them crunch down on gum, like chewing on gum, right? Or crunching on something is releasing that serotonin so you can feel relaxed. So it's kind of like that, giving you that sense of relaxation and enough to reduce stress. So food does affect your mood. Food can act as a drug where it kind of it does change your brain chemistry. So being aware of that is really important, but it doesn't change the actual problem and emotion that you're feeling. It just temporarily helps it out. Okay, so here's the fix. You can reverse these cravings and this cycle by stopping eating these foods for a period of time. And by doing that, you're breaking down these neurological pathways. By doing that, you're triggering the nerves located in the front of your brain, the ones that are in charge of decision-making, impulse control, and delayed gratification. So when you're taking out sugar, when you're taking out a lot of carbs from your diet for a period of time, not only are you just doing it for the sake of doing it and the cravings are going down, but you're actually rewiring and strengthening that frontal lobe in your brain that is in charge of decision-making, impulse control, and delayed gratification. Isn't that amazing? So there's so many ways that this works. God's created our body so amazing. So these nerves that are developed here put on the brakes for cravings and release a neurochemical called GABA, and it produces a calming effect when you do this. So win-win in all those regards. All right, the cool thing is that foods rich in omega-3 fats that are found in fish oil, nuts and seeds, including MCT oil, and the ketones, protect your brain health and can boost brain chemicals needed to form these new neurons. So when you're eating healthy fats, you're also helping these new neural pathways, these positive pathways to form at the same time. So I love this stuff. I think it's just so cool and so practical. So I'm hoping that you're enjoying this as well. If you are, let me know, comment in the post. This is really cool, or this is so interesting, whatever you want, or just heart this video. Okay, step 2, strategy 2, balanced nutrition. So the days are going to go by anyway, right? What are you going to do with them? These 5 days, you made a decision to bring sugar and alcohol out of your life, and artificial sweeteners too. So eating foods that are healthy, whole foods, low glycemic foods, foods that keep your blood sugar stable and your insulin working below normal, giving it a little bit of a break, giving your poor pancreas a break from producing insulin on a regular basis, is what we've been doing this week. So foods that fight inflammation, eating foods that fight inflammation, balance your hormones, remove harmful overgrowth of bacteria, candida, or yeast, promote healthy and clear skin, balance energy, and promote longevity. So just knowing, and we know this already, that the first 2 to 4 days might be tough, and you may experience these withdrawal and symptoms and detox symptoms, but just know that at the same time, not only are you detoxing, you're rewiring your brain all at the same time. And it's hard craving wise, but it's hard because you're rewiring too. You're having to do all of this hard work in your brain. And oh man, when your brain is working hard, it takes a lot of energy and it's exhausting, and actually makes you want to maybe crave more carbs because of it. But just know that everything that you're doing is heading you in the right path, in the right direction, not just for right now, but for more permanency. Okay, like we said, avoid artificial sweeteners, that those can be the cause of gut dysbiosis or disruption in the bacteria in your gut. Artificial sweeteners will also increase sugar cravings, increase your risk for diabetes, and then some cancers as well, depending on the artificial sweetener. I know a lot of people like stevia. That still is super sweet, and it does increase carbohydrate cravings. All right, strategy 3, last one. Actually, 4, 2 more. Strategy 3 is get good sleep. So again, we talked about this yesterday, super important. Having rational thinking, being well rested, reduces cravings and inhibits ghrelin, that hunger hormone, that one that stimulates hunger. So make sure what you can do to help is create a bedtime routine. Consider adding in magnesium, a warm bath or shower. Warm bath, either you can put magnesium in your tub in the form of, what's it called? Epsom salts. You can have Epsom salts in your tub for magnesium, which will come in through your skin, and then plus the hot water will soothe and relax you. You can take magnesium glycinate to relax you and calm you. You can also take multivitamin B to help stabilize your mood and your hormones. Okay, so you can take a warm bath or shower, maybe turning off electronics at least 1 hour or 2 before going to bed to quiet your mind. Begin a routine of doing bedtime meditation and prayer, maybe with a warm cup of tea. Going to bed and waking up around the same time every night is very helpful too. So creating that routine before you go to bed is going to help the quality of sleep that you have too. And again, I know that there's some hormonal imbalances that take place with estrogen, and making it difficult to get a good night's sleep. But there's ways that we can balance that out naturally. I address that all in my Ageless Body Blueprint group. So if you want to know more about that, let me know. Strategy 4, meal planning and prep, right? So planning ahead of time, like I said, even yesterday, with planning ahead as far as food and mood goes, we're also going to plan ahead with meal plan and prepping. So this is what I like to recommend. So on Friday, before the next week, create a grocery list and then check your list to see what you have in your pantry or your fridge, and based on what's on the meal plan, right? And then on Saturday, create your grocery list. So on Saturday morning, you can pick up the food at the grocery store that you need. And Saturday morning, it's like first thing, get out to the store. Excuse me. In our area, we have a thing you can do online where you can actually order directly from your local grocery store, place your order, and then go pick it up. So I've done that before on Fridays or Saturday morning, and order my groceries and then pick them up a little bit later in the day, which is super convenient. So after you do your grocery shopping Saturday morning or Friday night, get ready for the week on Sunday by looking ahead to see what you'll be making on the meal plan and when you're going to be making those particular foods according to your personal schedule, like what kind of foods fit best. Make sure to chop your veggies, pre-cook your meats and sweet potatoes. Those are ready, easy and ready to go. It's best to eliminate sugary and processed foods and to clean out your kitchen before getting started to avoid self-sabotage and the potential pitfalls and temptations. So just having it out of your pantry or in your kitchen is going to just make it a lot easier, of course. Okay, let's finish up. Day 4 assignment. Okay, so today's homework is to clean out your kitchen of processed and sugary foods that could be a temptation. And then, if you can, throw them away. You can give them away, but it's probably best to throw them away. I know it feels weird, or just hide them away. You can do that, store them away. Take a photo of the foods that you're getting rid of and post it and tag me in the post. I know a lot of you live with more than just you. And there's foods there that people really like. So if you want to maybe just take them out of your pantry and store them in a separate container, put them away in another area, maybe in your garage or another cabinet, if it helps you, or just give them to the person that wants them. Okay. So tag me on the post. Let me know that you did that. Share a picture or at least a list of the foods that you are getting rid of in your pantry. Or if there's nothing, then let me know that there's nothing. But either way, take a look through your pantry, tag me in the post, and let me know how it went. Okay. So then you'll be entered into our last raffle prize giveaway for the week. And then we'll talk more tomorrow about the 21-day sugar detox that's coming up next week. All right, which is your natural next step as a group. So today's affirmation is, I am an overcomer and I'm excited about what God is doing in my life because of it. So it's, I am an overcomer and I'm excited about what God is doing in my life because of it. And I think that's about it. So yeah, so I pray that all of you ladies, all the work that you're putting into this is doubly blessed, that God pours out his blessing on you and your family. And I'm just so thankful for all of you being a part of this with me and coming along and trusting me and getting excited for all the science that we're learning and all the things that I'm uncovering for you that you may or may not have heard before. Maybe it's a review for you. Maybe it's all brand new. But anyway, either way, I'm thankful for having you all here with me this week. And I will see you tomorrow morning for our last day. Tomorrow, day 5, we're going to be talking about how to break the cycle forever. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye.